Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining the I Can't Call It In Ring Wrestling podcast with your host, TJ. Talking about Raw this past Monday and everything that came along with it. First off, I enjoyed the show. I thought it was well directed. Whoever was, overseeing the whole entire thing from start to finish really stayed on track, really stayed on page. Um, The show opened up. I love the way the show opened up. It continued the story from what happened last week with Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. It went right into having meaning, right into having purpose for me to watch. So I was really engaged with that. Dom came out and he got booed as usual. So that was always, fun to see of what's going to happen with the story and how it's going to go forward with everything as Liz continues her I believe she called it revenge tour. The first match I believe was Finn Balor and Dragon Lee, which was smooth. It was a smooth match from start to finish. Finn went over with the win, hitting with the coup de grace. JD McDonough in this match was taking some big bumps on the ringside. My boy working hard. It was a interference from Carlito, who's always looking good, you know what I'm saying, in ring. Big man Strowman came out with Rey Mysterio, got in the ring and did what a big man was supposed to do. He looked good while doing it. His movements in the ring and everything that he's bringing as he has a return is it's looking good. It's looking real good. So I was really happy to see how Braun Strowman hit the ring and just dominated. I'm also loving how Judgment Day, the focus was just around them this whole entire show, um, from pretty much start to finish, but it gave me a reason to watch. It gave me something to focus on, you know what I'm saying, as it began to just continue to grow throughout the show. And like Damian Priest was just everybody else was kind of scrambling around of doing this and doing this and doing that, but Damian Priest tonight was just fully focused in what a champion should be and what a champion should look like. So I appreciate the way that they focused on Damian Priest and kind of gave him that seniority, kind of gave him that lead of dominance, going into tonight and as the show progressed and went through. The next thing I'm gonna talk about is the Sami Zayn uh, on Raw. Sami Zayn comes to the ring, crowd always excited to see Sami, you know what I'm saying? Sami has that Mick Foley feel. Sammy can make you happy. He can make you sad. He can make you cry. He can make you, cringe. You know what I'm saying? Like Sammy, he kind of owns that space of just taking you on that ride with emotions. So I'm always happy to see Sami Zayn. When he on the mic or if he in the ring, performing, he always shining. I got to always give it to him, you know. But he did a good promo, It was good, passionate, as always, with Sammy, and then how the Alpha Academy, how they came out just looking like three losers, but it also furthered the story with Chad Gable, them coming out there, standing in his place because he said Sami Zayn ain't gonna waste none of his time. He ain't got no time for Sami Zayn. So that was just funny. So they read off, different things that he, say and everything. And then of course he blindsides Sami Zayn from the back, and begin the beat down of, having dominance over Sammy. But the Alpha Academy to me is playing a role, right? We all hook, line, and sinker, and we deep into the story. We're cheering for Otis for him to turn on Chad Gable. But what I'm thinking is Otis helps Chad Gable win the IC championship. You know, Once that happens, the crowd is going to erupt. That's the way I'm thinking that the story is going to go, just by the way everything's playing out. But I can't call it. I enjoyed it though. I'm also loving, you know what I'm saying, Gable, he reminds me of Kurt Angle. Like I'm really glad to see him getting the push right now. You know what I'm saying? Like he really reminds me of a young Kurt, just a jerk in general. So it's good to see Gable and Sami Zayn in the ring because they both garner that emotion and they both can make you feel something with watching their matches, which to get you invested into it. You know what I'm saying? Picking aside who you want to win versus just a lot of times just being in the middle. Like I don't really care who wins. I just want to see the match. But with them, we definitely gotta pick a side. Either you going, Team Gable in the Alpha Academy, or you going Sami Zayn. Next up is my boy, the Beast, the new Beast, Bron Breakker. My man came out jacked and ready to hurt my boy Ricochet. It was Ricochet versus Bron Breakker. It was so funny when Braun was coming to the ring, some guy yells out, "Braun, break him." So Ricochet also is just on fire, just really somebody to watch and pay attention to because like if you're really like into the high flyer wrestler, like Ricochet is like the specialness to watch, because the things he do in the ring, he just makes it look so effortless, so I always enjoy watching him. But Braun pretty much dominated most of the match, what I'm saying, with beat down after beat down. The highlight of this match was just the finish. Oh my God. The way Braun ran up the ropes, jumped up and grabbed Ricochet with the head scissors takedown. And then when he got up, hit him with the spear. My God, it was a perfect finish. He got in and he got out. He didn't wait too long. After the match, of course, he had to do a small little beat down, and stuff like that. But they furthering, the story of Ricochet and Bron Breakker, and he yells out, "I ain't done yet." So it's a treat to see Braun. I really enjoy seeing him more so than I did in NXT. I watched him a little bit in NXT, and I didn't really know what they were gonna do with him once he came up to the Raw roster. That whole thing of being kind of iffy, but I must say since he has debuted and since he has been on the Raw roster, it's been a treat just watching him work. Next up was Carlito and Braun Strowman. Good to see Carlito back in the WWE. Braun Strowman has, like I said before earlier, looked it good. As far as coming back and the way he has been used, and with everything. This match, they got him in, they got him out. They didn't hold in too long. They didn't let it wait. They let him hit the ring, do what a big man do, and he was dominant for the most part. Even with the interference of Judgment Day, he dominated and everything until my boy J.D. McDonough hit him with that chair. Oh my God, he went ham on him with the chair. I don't know if the video is up on YouTube or not, but oh my God, you gotta find it online and check it out. He was laying in the Braun with that chair. That was the highlight of the match, right there. When JD McDonough started hitting him with that chair and brought him on down. Also, I believe Liv Morgan came out and tried to work more of her magic on Dominic, but Finn Balor, he's still hating, stepping in between them and everything. But it was entertainment. It was exciting to see. But like I say, that highlight of JD McDonough hitting Braun Strowman with that chair repeatedly, that was the best part of the whole entire match. That stood out, definitely. Next up is the tag team women's champion, Jane Cargill and Bianca Belair. They come out to the ring looking good, looking like champions. They were pitting a championship match against Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler. Like Bianca Belair in this match, like she didn't miss no step. I mean, the girl was on it, just bam, 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 bam. And every move that she was making, she was smooth. I must say they got Jane Cargill with the right one, what I'm saying, to be up under and to study up under and to learn from. And also, my girl Zoe Starks, to me, that's the best women's wrestler right now on the planet. Like, I always enjoy seeing her. It's always a treat. But these four in the ring having a match, it was nice to see. The match was nice. It was so smooth. Fire and Don, they interfered and messed the whole thing up. Oh my God, I would have been booing so hard if I was there. But I'm sure this match will at some point continue once again because it was too nice of a match. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy watching them work when they was doing their thing out there. Backstage, my boy Drew McIntyre talking to Damian Priest. So thought comes to mind when this whole thing is going on. I'm thinking Damian Priest beats Drew McIntyre from an interference screw over from CM Punk in his home country. I mean, what more would piss Drew McIntyre off versus, other than Punk doing that again in front of his family? Like, oh my God, in his hometown. Like, you were literally inflamed and enraged Drew McIntyre, and then for Damian Priest to beat him, that will kind of give more credibility to Damian Priest as he goes forward with the championship. That's just what I'm thinking, but I can't call it. My boy Jey Uso comes out in the crowd, cuts it's a very emotional, heartfelt promo. Everybody always loved Jey Uso. We all love Jey Uso, but he's going for the Money in the Bank. So I think that'll be interesting to see of who's going to win the Money in the Bank. Jey Uso, he could be a top contender though for winning Money in the Bank. I'm not sure yet. I've been thinking on it about who will be some top contenders to hit the Money in the Bank, but I'd love to know your picks of what y'all think down in the comment section. Another one of the best parts of the night. Valkyria, she's backstage giving an interview, and Io Sky comes out of nowhere and gives her those hands. I mean, she beat the sleeves off of this girl. I mean, my goodness. Hey, if you ain't seen it, go online and pull up the clip. I'm sure WWE got it up. Oh my gosh, she laid into her and then walked off screaming. Oh my goodness. But that was fun. That was real fun to see her give her a beat down like that. I look forward to see where this is going. Next up was the main event. Damian Priest versus the legend Rey Mysterio. Hey, Damian Priest, his interest, he goes so hard. Like, oh man, I love his interest, the way he come out and, how he's walking down the ramp and everything. Like, really, looks like a top guy. So I gotta say, Damian Priest really looks good when he coming out. I also, like I was saying earlier, believe that Damian Priest is walking out of at the castle as champ. I mean, because think about it. Judgment Day needs that championship. And as of lately, Judgment Day has been the focal point of the show. If you think about it, Drew McIntyre is better in chase mode. And then when Punk screws him over in his country, that match is going to sell itself. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of Damian Priest. Rey Mysterio's, man, still looking good, in this match. You know what I'm saying? Not missing a step, doing his thing. But Damian Priest, hey, he wouldn't hold him back. He was really laying in the way, Rey Mysterio. But Rey was giving it back, at the same time. But they had a little back and forth. But Rey Mysterio was building more momentum, and Damian Priest cut him off. Oh my God, with a horrible south of heaven from the top rope. Got him good. That was a real good finish, to the match. Drew McIntyre then hits the ring, beats down Damian Priest, but his boys, the Judgment Day, have to come out You know what I'm saying? They down. My boy JD out there again. I say JD is working hard tonight. Hey, if I had to choose an MVP for tonight's show, it definitely would be JD McDonough. He was on it tonight. I gotta give it to him. But Drew McIntyre, as usual, gets cocky. Every time he gets cocky, he always loses himself. Damian Priest then cuts him off, gets him, I'm talking all the way up, gets him all the way up for the choke slam through the announce table. You know what I'm saying? The night ends of Damian Priest standing over Drew McIntyre with the championship and with Judgment Day on his side. But I must say, JD McDonough, he is the MVP for the night. And that beatdown, once again, that he gave with Braun Strowman with that steel chair, you have got to go and watch it and tell me what you thought about it in the comment section. But overall, I thought it was a good show. It stayed focused. It showed that it was planned out. You know what I'm saying? It was a reason for me to be watching. It was a reason for me to continue. Oh, I'm getting tongue tied. Continue to watch. And I look forward to seeing more shows like that. And that was the Raw review for this past Monday. Thank you for listening. This was my first official podcast. I look forward to bringing you more content. I look forward to reviewing more of the shows and giving my honest and open wrestling opinion. I thank you for listening and thank you for your time. And I hope you enjoyed the I Can't Call It In-Ring Wrestling Podcast with your host, TJ.